everybody? Good morning. What's the deal? This your boy Q, and welcome to MTG Live. Of course, I got my co-host on with me. My boy Hendrix is with me on this morning. What's up, bro? I know you're over there eating on a little something, something. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, I'm actually feeling decent today. And usually when it rains, I don't be feeling good. So
Man, you know what? It is supposed to thunderstorm today, right?
it's raining right now.
Yeah, I think it's supposed. It's not raining out here right now, but I do know it's supposed to definitely be bad for a little while today. But I think it's supposed to stay a little warm, which is not that bad.
Hey, warm weather compared to what we've been having the last 2 months, man, I welcome it.
Man, who you telling? Because I am just over all of this, all the cold weather. I'm just over it. All the little ice that we got. I'm over all of that. I'm over all of that. I'm over all of it. So now don't get me wrong. I think I like the cold way better than I like the heat because I don't like to be hot. I don't even like to. I only like to be sweaty in certain situations. I need to be working for my sweat, but I don't like to be sitting up, and just start sweating and I'm not doing nothing. That's just a waste of perspiration to me.
I love the heat. That means I can go swimming. That's it. I can go to the beach, get in the pool. I love the heat. Plus,
See, yeah, I don't do
you
heat
know,
with
no, Q, here's one thing about spring. It's sundress season.
it.
There you have it, sir. It's sundress season. So I'm like, hey, yeah.
It's coming back around pretty quick, and
Mm-hmm.
we thank God for sundress season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we
Mm.
do. It is definitely a pleasure and a privilege for sunset season. I just really, really like all that. It's just
Oh yeah. Because there's nothing like the curvature of a woman in a sundress. And so, ladies, let's be real. It doesn't matter what your shape is. If you get you the right sundress, it will make you flattering. So my only deal is don't have a sundress and don't wear a sundress if your booty don't jiggle. Cause see, the booty got to jiggle, not like floppy jiggle, just a little bit of sway back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some movement in that sundress. I don't want to see a sundress and it look like a curtain get blown by a fan.
I don't know what to say about that. I mean,
You can't disagree with it though.
that's why I don't have no comments. I don't have no comment with that one.
You can't disagree.
Everybody listen. Hey, today's show, of course, is I want to say dedicated to our fallen sister Breonna Taylor on today, and for all of those who have been mistreated in police brutality of any kind, any kind. If if you're living or if the person so happened to pass away, this show is kind of dedicated to you guys. And I just what I want to do today, of course, since Mo is not on yet, but I'm gonna throw her picture of Breonna Taylor. Hashtag say her name. Say her name. Bridget, I was reading on last night, and like I said, I was going to wait to try for Mo to come in, and I still may just do that, whatever, because Mo's a little upset about this verdict that just happened. Of course, of one of the officers that was the only officer charged in her murder for setting up the raid has been acquitted. That was the last officer on trial thus far, but he was the only one charged, and every officer that was tried, Reggie, has been acquitted. She has not had not one conviction in her case. Not
Mhm.
one.
And
I want
most of them were on trial for not shooting her, but for missing her.
right, right, right. I still I don't know what to say about well the justice system as a whole, and especially in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so Yeah, today's show is I think I went to what did I title it? I titled today's show. If you can control it, then you can fix it.
Yep.
If you can control it, then you can fix it. And I wanted to go ahead and throw this on out there. Viewed and listener discretion is advised. Please be at least 21 years old to go and watch this show and to listen to it, participate in conversation and all that good stuff. Be 21. That's all I'm gonna ask you. Just be 21 or older because we're gonna need your parents saying something to us and all that good stuff, and we just don't want to do that. And people being offended and all that good stuff. We put the message down at the bottom of every show, and we announce it for our listeners. So we appreciate that good shit because we really don't give a damn what you think, but we just letting you know be 21 years or older, and we here to entertain you. So that's
Yep.
it. That's it. That's it. So um, let's do this since Mo is not here. Let me kind of throw it this way. So I received some of the election results from
Hmm.
this past election, right? And
Right.
so let me throw this up there, MTG Live. And so let me just read off to you. I'm just gonna go over the the governor's race. Right now there will be a runoff election on the Democratic side for the lieutenant governor. Of course, we know Dan Patrick, I believe is his name, the Patrick man for lieutenant governor. Dan Patrick, he won on the Republican side on landslide, 1,412 votes over that, and so he won the landslide. Now check this out. I'm gonna read these numbers about your boy Hot Wheels. Your boy Hot Wheels had, let me look here, had a total of, let me see, 8 candidates, including Governor Greg Abbott here in Texas, Reggie. Seven other people actually were challenging him to be the governor. 66% of the Republican vote voted for Greg Abbott, which tells me that the Republican vote is almost halfway split at 1,286,454 votes for Greg Abbott. And that is on a scale of just the primary itself. But there were seven other people that ran against him, which is telling me, okay, Monique, she said, hey y'all, well where you at, Mo? Mo, I don't understand. Mo, the link was the last thing I sent on the show, so click on it and get on in here. But hey Shimmy, well good morning to you. How you doing? You know what, Shimmy? I like you this morning. If you look good and look decent, I might send you a link. But yeah, so the thing is that looking at that, Reggie, 1,286,000 votes for Greg Abbott, 66% of the vote for him, of course. Now, going to, of course, Beto O'Rourke, of course, Beto, of course, is running for the governor's seat, right?
Right.
Check this out: 91% of the Democratic vote voted for him, for
Right.
Beto O'Rourke. But the difference is that there were only 966,096 votes for him,
Hmm.
which would just tell me at this moment that there's two things going on. Number one, Democrats are not voting just yet. They still hanging back. They still want to hear what he got to say. And a lot of voters do that. A lot of voters see who's going to win the primary, and then they're going to go and they'll vote again coming up in November. So we know that's going on. That's number one. And then number two, it also tells me that the Republican side is completely split. Nobody knows kind of what they want to do, or at least 37% of the
Right.
Republican vote. Now, 9% of the Democratic vote says we are voting for the other people, but that's a small margin compared to the Republican vote.
Right.
So, of course, Hot Wheels is predicted to win again. That's what they saying. What you think
Well,
about that? That's
I, I
interesting.
yeah, I look at it like this. Okay, in primary elections, the voter turnout is low, right? That's a given. But if you look at the people that did vote, right, And I look at it this way: that's a tight race between Abbott and Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah.
That's a tight race because knowing good and well that Democrats usually don't get out and vote in primaries. They usually hang back a little bit, like you said. It's not surprising, but the numbers are there for Beto O'Rourke to win. Because one thing that will happen, and it usually does happen with, and I don't like the stereotype poli- politics and the different races. However, I go based on statistical data, right? So knowing that Democrats don't show up for primaries, which is not uncommon, Republicans usually do. So their primary results and actual election results, they don't vary too much. On the Democratic side, it does vary. So with Beto O'Rourke only being like 250,000 votes down,
Mm-hmm.
like that's an easy margin to make up. That's an easy margin to make up in November, especially with everything going on. And then I know one of the hot topics is going to be like Greg Abbott did this thing where, you know, people can prosecute parents for child abuse if their teen happens to be, or child happens to be transgender.
Right, right, right.
Like, who does that? Who? And now, granted, whether I agree or disagree with it, like how you raise your children is how you raise your children. However, I don't agree with a lot of this stuff going on, which is why you have so many soft ass adults because they were raised in a soft ass manner. I'm sorry. They want
Agreed.
everybody. They want everybody to get a fucking trophy. No, everybody don't deserve a trophy. First, second, third place, you get a trophy. Everybody else, you might get a medal, you might get a ribbon. Keep that shit pushing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome Mo Swag to the show. Good morning, Mo. How you doing? You
Good
know,
morning.
Mo,
How's everyone doing?
Reggie, I got one question. How is it that Mo gets a special introduction every week?
You know what, Q?
I
It's
don't
probably
understand
the
that.
same way. The same way she won her award.
Welcome to the show, Mo. Welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you on this morning. So, Henderson and I are discussing the poll results from election night. And real quick, I want to say, in addition to what you were saying, Reggie, one another factor that I'm looking at as well is that according even in Harris County, which is of course the largest county in the state, Harris County, which is located in Houston, everybody, just in case you don't know, there were over 50,000 votes, mail-in ballots that were canceled because they came in a few hours too late. A judge had to go and says, no, you guys have to count these ballots in Harris County, Democratic votes. So now we're having the toss up because the new voting laws are out there. If just in case if you guys don't know, there are new voting laws out there. My personal opinion: go early vote if you can. Go on out there and early vote. Get that over with and do your thing. But there are some mail-in ballots mode. They're having an issue with still Harris County. What I am told, Harris County and Bexar County are still counting some votes now. They still counting. So we already know that this election is supposed to be a hot ass mess as it relates to the voting system. Y'all, let's talk about that real quick before we go into Breonna Taylor, because Mo, I'm gonna let Mo talk about that a little bit, because Mo's mad. I'm mad too, y'all. I'm mad. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Being a black man in this country. I'm so sick of seeing so much mistreatment. I am so sick of seeing people being hurt because of the way that they look. I'm tired of it. But at the same time, I want to say again, if you guys just watching, thank you so much for watching. This show is dedicated to Breonna Taylor. I already threw it out there. If you guys missed it, this show is dedicated to her and any victim of police brutality, living or still or passed on. So that's just kind of what I want to do. But Mo, what you think we need to do, Mo? Because listen, I know Kirby. No, that's Pops. Hey, Pops, how you doing? Uh, um, um, she is special. She, Mo is special. Mo, what you think about the voting results? Mo, what you think? How we doing, Mo? How we doing?
I think black people and brown people can get out and go buy an outfit for a concert. I think black people and brown people can go to a toddler's birthday party and spend the whole night. I don't understand why they can't stand in line for early voting or for regular. You
But
know that LaJoy was put where he was put at the United States Postal Service to slow down the mail on purpose. He was sent there by Trump to slow down the mail on purpose for mail-in ballots, but it just meant it had the opposite effect for the Republicans in the last race. They didn't think that the black people were going to mail in the ballots. They didn't think, they only thought that white people were going to do that. So now they had to make some changes in these voting laws. But my thing is, stand in line like you stand in line at the grocery store with them with that EBT card. Stand in line like you stand in the line for the concert. For you remember all them was in the concert for Travis Scott. Stand in line and like you do when you're trying to get that TV, that 60-inch TV, and your electricity is off. Stand in line for that. Stand in line to vote. I stood in line for an hour and a half to vote.
Here's the crazy part, Mo. You want to know something crazy?
What?
Um, it took me longer to fill up my tank than it did to vote.
See?
me too. Me too.
Because
I
Yeah.
was in and
y'all,
out.
y'all live in the area. I live in the area where everybody look like me, and we were in there an hour and a half because we had to vote on Tuesday because we were lazy and didn't vote early. I said it. We were lazy and didn't vote early, and then somebody said, well, do you really have to vote? I said, well, do you really have to breathe? Yes, I have to vote.
Yes,
So
yes,
I was
yes,
in line.
bro.
And I heard this whole man, this 69-year-old man behind me trying to get with this other 70-year-old woman. And baby, when I tell you I heard his whole story, because we was all in that line together. Oh, he got 3 rent houses. He got this, he got that. Oh, it was wonderful. They were just chatting up. By the time we got to the front where you could vote, but he didn't ask that woman out for a date. I was like, oh,
Mo, so Mo, that's a good thing, Mo, because you were standing in line with people your own age. So that's a great thing, And then not only that, Mo, you was entertained the whole time while you was in the line, so your voting experience wasn't that bad.
it was not. It was not. And Jesus told me to tell you hello and to see how your knee was doing. Is you still having a problem with the ankles and the knee?
Oh, Mo, let me tell you, no, no BS, Mo, no BS. My knee was killing me yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on. Yeah, I don't have knee issues. I don't, But yesterday, my left knee was aching like crazy. I was like, "Ooh, rain coming." I
But
thought about Mo.
but Methuselah said that you shouldn't have a problem with your knee. He said put some salve on it. He said put some salve on that y'all made back then. Your butt. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Mo. Okay. So another thing, Mo. Okay, we was talking about talking about the election and stuff, Mo. Do you think that Beto has an opportunity to win this November? Then we gonna move over, and I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. Do you think he can win? Do y'all think he can win?
The only way Beto is going to win is to get on social media and have the young people. But these young kids, for some odd reason, don't believe in voting. They don't believe that their vote. I guess they've been told they believe more in anime than they believe in voting.
Mm.
Hmm. See, Mo, I go and get the kids in my family, like my little niece and who else? My nephew turned 18. I got him. All of the kids in the family. Now, I don't care what you vote, Republican, Democrat. That's gonna have to be up to you. I can't tell you how to vote, even though as parents, we you gonna take your butt on over there and vote like I do. That's the way we do it. But if we can, if each one can reach one in our community, we can make up a lot of the deficit. that he needs. And then too, again, like Reggie said earlier, a lot of us we just wait until the primaries are over, then we show up in droves. That's kind of how I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be really good because I do know Texas itself. What was it? 4 million people. I mean, not 4 million people, Lord. What 10, 20 million people, somewhere like that, something like that.
They
Wait
did
a minute.
what?
Dallas alone has 3 million people, right? Houston, I know, has 4 million. So I know there is a deficit somewhere.
No, Houston has more.
More than okay. I know it's up there,
Houston's the fourth largest city in America. Houston has
right?
more. But still, if they don't want to get out and vote, they want to, there were more people at the Travis Scott concert than was in the polls, that age group. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Mom. That's what we got. That's what we got going on. Okay, so let's see. Let me get to these comments real quick. Okay, let me see. Denithia. Hey, Miss Montgomery. Good morning. She said, I'm praying that Beto wins. Last time he won, every major city in Texas and still lost, and that hurt. Uh,
Mhm.
The thirst
He
is
did.
real for power. The thirst is real.
But this is the thing that people have to understand, that the voting is done in a way that is not beneficial to both parties. It is skewed, and this is where gerrymandering comes in. This is why it's so important to fill out your census application. This things are done in a way, especially in Texas, it's very clear that Republicans want to hold on to power in Texas. Point blank, period. Very clear. So you have all these little small counties and all these little votes and these packs of votes. And if you look at Houston, Austin, the DFW area, and El Paso, 90% of the time they roll Democratic. It's the outlying areas and the rural areas that are Republican. Now, the switch to that is along the Rio Grande Valley. That's kind of back and forth. It just depends. But yeah, it's the way it's set up in Texas. It's set up for Republicans to win. So right now, with the turnout being the way that it was, and Abbott only winning by like 200,000 votes. If you put on vote for vote, it was only like a difference of 200,000 votes or so. That's
Mm-hmm.
an easy margin to make up. I mean, that's very easy to make up. Very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Well,
we'll
we
see
got,
what happens, though. We'll see what happens. But I'll be surprised when Texas turns blue. But you have to also remember that a lot of people from California have been moving to Texas, and a lot of people in the rural areas are pissed off about all the Californians coming to Texas. Even though they're
yeah,
bringing money, they don't care. You don't California my Texas.
that's what they say. Don't California my Texas. Don't California my Texas. Beto said he was going to legalize weed. Beto's going to reverse the abortion laws. And he also said that he wanted to figure out a different way on how to introduce what was it? What was it called? Y'all gonna have to help me about the history of this country. What's it called?
White,
This whole critical
Yeah,
white.
race theory.
it was something about introducing that into the curriculum in this state.
See,
That folks don't like that kind of stuff.
let me tell you why Beto don't understand how to run a race. Now I know he won in El Paso, but it's different. What you do is you should say, let's augment the abortion rules and have an exception for um, incest and rape.
Right.
If you could say that, he's like, I understand the current abortion laws, how they should be, but to make the exception for incest and rape, then you would get a lot of more support.
That's a
See,
conservative view, and
what
most Texans are conservative.
Abbott or Beto doesn't understand that. And then Beto should say, you know what, with the current abortion laws the way they are, we will need additional funding for CPS and for the foster care system. Because if you make these women have these babies and they've been raped, please understand that they're gonna take it out on the kids. Please understand that. Please understand that if somebody is raped, they get pregnant, and you want them to have this kid, and they can't abort it. Please understand that the kid is going to have some ramifications. Please do that. The women are going to probably self-medicate while they're pregnant. Hopefully, and then they're going to say, hopefully I won't have the baby. They're going to end up having the baby. The baby's going to have problems. They're going to put it in the foster care system, or it's going to go in the foster care system, or CPS is going to have to pick the baby up at the hospital. But Beto should say, the current way that the laws are set up, we will need additional funding for CPS and foster care. One. Two, Beto has got to stop pushing the marijuana thing. What people don't understand is that a lot of Black Democrats are just Democrats in name only. Blacks as a whole, very conservative in their views and their thinking. But people want to think that Blacks are liberal. Maybe when I talk to them people in my school, I'd be like, oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that. Because they'll talk about, my kid had his girlfriend over. I said, oh, we don't do that. I said, the only time I was able to go to my husband when we were dating's house and spend the night when we were visiting his mom was when we got married. We don't play that. We don't play that.
I was going to say, Mo, you're absolutely right. Texas is a conservative state, period. It really is. On both sides. It really is. It's pretty conservative. There has to be a candidate that's going to be a mesh of perfectly being in the middle, almost. That can win this election. And I agree with you, Mo, that there are certain things that he needs to push that his campaign manager or somebody's not seeing. Somebody is not doing enough grassroots. And for me, me and Miss Montgomery actually was talking on the phone the other day, and I kind of was messing with her about early voting and stuff like that. But I remember when I first started voting, y'all, and then we'll move on, that we used to be able to vote for whoever you wanted to. It wasn't a straight ticket vote. If I was a person that said, for example, if I like Beto O'Rourke as my governor, but I like Dan Patrick as my lieutenant governor, even though that's a Democrat and a Republican, that's the way I wanted to vote back, and I could vote that way at one point. But now we can't do that. It's straight ticket vote. And me personally, I think that's so stupid for me, Mo, because you don't think so, Mo? I think so.
We don't have straight ticket no more. They took that out.
No, Q's talking about primaries, though.
Primaries, Mo. That's what I'm talking about.
You're confusing. In the primaries, you have to vote for one party or the other. In the actual election, you can vote either way, but you can't do straight ticket voting anymore. So that's where the confusion comes in.
Okay, because they changed that because Democrats would go and Republicans and vote for the least desirable candidate. That's why they changed that.
Ms. Montgomery said African American people from the South are generally more conservative because of our culture is rooted in religion.
Yes, absolutely. So,
yeah, I can't argue with that one. Real quick, everybody, we're gonna take a real quick break. When we come back, it's gonna be Mo's moment. Mo, you know what, Mo, when Mo called me and told me about her moment, I say, Mo, do it. So I ain't gonna.
Reggie, first of all, he didn't hear the voicemail message I left. He didn't listen, Reggie. He didn't listen.
Reggie, I didn't listen to the voicemail, but Mo actually told me, what was going on. So I felt like, I didn't have to listen to the voicemail because I already said so. But everybody, real quick, when we come back, like I said, it's gonna be Mo's moment. I'm gonna play a couple of videos, and then, of course, when we come back, she's gonna take up about 5 to 10 minutes of our time. I'm gonna try to cut her ass off at 7, but we're gonna see if that's gonna work. But we'll be right back, y'all. Hold on to your horses and stuff. Hang on. See you in a minute. 여유롭게 달려와 내일은 더 빛나지 당연 yeah. 내 삶은 shine like a diamond 괜히 해서 뭐해 걱정 I got no worries no I got no worries no I got no worries no
hands up in the air, they gun me down. I keep it 100, they crunching the numbers, I'm getting wild. Young nigga got a fetish for success. If I ain't next, and I just leave impression. Next to rain, all they window pane, puffy plain Jane. Let them second guess me, wanna cop the Porsche with the pores in the skin. Grip the wheels, let the horses spin. Why they trash to the chore on my list? Out of this orbit, I saw with the pen. I'm eating good, Miss Gorgeous shit. I sipped the potion and poured it in. I on the tide when she poured it. Opportunity knock at the door, then I grip. They rush for the doors, and they open like bliss.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mo's Moment. I'm just going to take 2 or 3 minutes out of your time, unlike Q, who said I was going to take 5 or 10 minutes. But look, real quick. So everyone knows I have a little girl. She's 7, and a little boy pushed her down outside of the classroom. And I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, I was heated. I was a 24. And I was like thinking, why didn't a teacher call me? Why didn't a principal call me? Why did someone call me? Why did it? And so this is going on in my mind, but I'm trying to stay calm for her. And I'm like, so he did what? What did you do? What happened? I'm asking her all these questions. And then I said, so what did you do? Because I'm like, okay, did you tell your teacher what's going on? She said, Mommy, I got back up and went in the classroom. And I said, see, sometimes children, well, all the time, children will minister to you. She said, I got back up. I said, but that boy pushed you down. She said, but I got back up because that's what I'm supposed to do. So I want to come today and say, this is during this period of Lent, during this period of reflection, I got back up. Because at the end in Easter, what we all should be thinking about and praying about and happy about is that after 3 days, he got back up. Sometimes that man will leave you and I got back up. He wasn't good enough for you anyway, you settled. But that's a whole nother story. Sometimes your family members will disappoint you, but you know they weren't no good anyway. You settled. That's why God had to remove them and show you who they really were. That job fired you. The job that you were overqualified for, that you just settled, God had to remove that. And I got back up. And what happens with us, to us, and for us is that God will remove things that you so desired. Because people mishear the scripture. It says, in the scripture, it says, God will give you the desires of your heart. So y'all hang on to that. And you forget the other part that says, comma. God will give you the desires of your heart, comma. There's another section there. That's if it is good for you. I just paraphrase. God will give you the desires of your heart if it's what he so desires for you. Listen to that. He will give you the desires of your heart. So that job, that man, that family member, even that child. Always be for the better. When people leave you, all you have to do is remember the phrase, I got up. And that's Mo's Moment for today. And I didn't take 9 minutes, Q.
Good job, Mo. Good job. That is a great moment, Mo. I like that. You got to get back up. You have to get back up. And let me tell you, Mallory took a very, very, very mature approach to that. And I am quite stunned but not surprised at the same time because Mo, you and Moses, both of y'all are both Aries, and so y'all share the same birth week, and so I know that Mallory is going to be okay, going forward, to take more of an approach because I think she also thought about how you was gonna react and how her daddy was gonna act if something else happened to her. So she probably thought, I'll just get back and go in the classroom. It ain't bother me. I'm tougher than that, But they better not put their hands on her no more. I know that.
Yeah, just tell Mr. Good if he needs some extra ammo, holler at me.
Hey Shimmy, y'all. Shimmy I told Shimmy I was gonna send her a link. I'll send it to you in just a second, Shimmy. Give me just a brief moment. breaking news, real quick. Breaking news. This just came across my desk real quick. I'm just gonna chuck it up here for just a brief second. This is some sad news, unfortunately, and then we will talk about what else we have to talk about. Um, so sorry to report on today that by TMZ.com, Good Time star Mr. Johnny Brown, of course, Bookman, has passed away at 84 years old. This, of course, we know that he played Bookman, Nathan Bookman, on Good Times. It has been reported that he is gone now. And so I just wanted us to go ahead and pay homage to this great actor, funny in all different kinds of facets. He was also a person that could definitely do a lot of imitations of different artists. He was a great actor, So rest in peace, Johnny Brown, aka Bookman, and all that good stuff. And I just, that kind of hurt me, just a little bit, to see him on TV all these years. So I want to pay homage to him real quick. So y'all got any quick Bookman moments y'all thinking about on the show, real quick, other than Buffalo Butt and all this good stuff. Mo, you got a Bookman moment, Mo. Y'all, y'all the same age, Mo. So y'all, you got a Bookman moment? No, Mo.
I will say this. It's amazing that one show could have such a huge impact, right? Now, you have to remember back in the late 70s, early 80s, there were not a lot of, number one, predominantly or all Black shows. Number two, it showed the Black family unit, regardless of their situation, being positive, right? It showed the ups and downs and the struggles of day-to-day life as, any family would see. It just so happens that it was set in the ghetto. I look at it as a precursor to the Cosby Show. That's how I look at Good Times. And so for those actors that, that paved the way for so many, it's, that whole cast is just, they were just amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Johnny Brown. We're gonna miss you. We really, really are, and I'm sure that this is affecting the Good Times cast as well. Again, prayers out to his family, to his friends, colleagues, and all that good stuff. We're gonna miss you, brother, man. We really, really are. All right, so let's get this mad part out the way. Let's get the mad part out the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Real quick, somebody else is gonna pop up in our show just for a brief moment, as long as we can tolerate her. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Former MTG co-host and also stand-up comedian. She is busy. She is booked. She is doing her thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Miss Shimmy 2.0 times 9. Good morning, Miss Shimmy. How you
Good
doing?
morning,
Look at
family.
you all gusted up and stuff. What man
Oh,
are you
it's a
getting
busy
ready
day.
for this
It's a
morning?
busy day. It's a busy day.
What
How
you
is
doing today?
everybody? Y'all look so good.
We
Y'all
know.
look wonderful. I can't hear y'all. Hold on. Y'all know I always have some kind of technical difficulties.
You know what?
Always.
You and this one.
This what happened when you don't use your equipment a lot and you spend all your time out of town and you got to get it to reboot. That's how it works. That's how it works.
I'm not talking about using no equipment and stuff. Cause you left yourself set up for that one. You see
No,
how
that
ready
equipment
that
works
is?
just fine. That equipment works wonderfully.
You followed my thought process because I was thinking the same damn thing. I was thinking the same
This
thing.
equipment works well, very well to be almost 40. Okay.
Miss Jimmy, your birthday is coming up this month. Am I correct
Yes.
in knowing? It's next month. I'm sorry. Am I correct in saying
No,
that?
it's this month on the
Is this
29th.
month? The 29th. The 29th. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shimmy is having some kind of shindig with security. You have to help me out with that one. So who gonna be there that you gonna be having security that you're gonna be getting beat up? Oh, got nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. Moving on with the show. So, Miss Shimmy, thanks so much for joining. Okay, y'all. So, this is an article that one of us put up on the show real quick, and I'm not gonna throw it up on the screen. But I'm just gonna read over it real quick. I'm just gonna say what it say, and then we'll talk about it. So, they, of course, they are being racist in Ukraine, putting off the black Ukrainians for the white ones, and then also other Africans trying to get to Ghana and other places of Africa. They were discriminating against them for crossing over into the borders of Poland. Shout out to Romania, who actually welcomed other people into their country, whether they were black, white, or brown, into their country with no issues. They actually put them on trains to different places so they can get to the airport mode so they can fly to their various destinations in their homes. Shout out to Romania because they allowed them into their borders with no issue. Didn't make them pay for food. They fed them more. They clothed them, gave them somewhere to sleep, and then sent them on their way. So we appreciate that. But the Ukraine people, Mo, they out there being racist, y'all.
It's
Are we
actually
surprised?
Poland.
Are we surprised by this?
No, it's actually Poland. It's
I
actually
mean,
Poland.
Poland. Sorry,
Yeah.
but the
So
Ukraine,
this
because
is
going
my
to the
two cents.
train, going into Poland, they were pushing blacks off the train, and there were a few Americans in that number too. Mo,
This
you
is
not
my thing.
surprised?
Why would we be surprised?
Oh, okay. I was
No,
making
here's
sure.
the thing. When they gave that warning that you should get out, that's when you should have left.
Can I
He
get a
said
bill?
it, what, 2
Can I
weeks
get a
in
bill?
advance?
Yeah. Hit the bell. I ain't got my bill. But yeah, when they gave that warning, get your ass out. Shit, you won't have to tell me twice. That's it. That's it. I'm gone. Hey, look here. Deuces.
Now,
And people,
Reggie, what I am surprised about that there were blacks in the Ukraine. What was you thinking?
Can I get another bill?
That's what I'm surprised about. Why? It's too cold. They don't like us. Why?
Most of the world doesn't like us.
Well, why
Look
don't I
here.
just? Okay, Reggie, that's just like me going to live in West Virginia. Why would I do that?
you know, and this is my thing. Number one, see, I have a problem with, and I love for black people to travel. I travel the world, use that passport. But why are you going to all these European countries where they don't like us?
Right.
I go to places, you know, I've only been to 2 places in Europe, right? I've been to Amsterdam and I've been to London. And to be honest with you, I didn't visit them as my final destination. They were layovers on my flight. So I go to places where people look like me and I spend my money with those that look like me. So
And they like you.
yeah, they like me. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have never been to the motherland, pick a country. Pick one. Go there. Anywhere where they have a major airport. And if you don't do nothing but just stay in that city, trust and believe the presence of mind that you will have when you get there and when you come back will change your world. I'm sorry, it'll change your world. Because I know in Ghana, whoo, and I'm planning on going to Kenya this year. Yeah, if Kenya is anything like Ghana, it's on and popping.
It's better,
You know,
and I think you're gonna come back.
I may not. Hell, I'm looking at buying a house and, you know, being a hermit. So I'm happy, you know. I'm gonna just buy me a house on the island and be a hermit. And I'm gonna grow dread.
Just have a place for us to come visit. We just need a place to come visit.
Okay, as long as I can visit, and then you got to get your mama's permission to be a hermit, because that ain't gonna happen.
It's a nice thought though. See, you
nice thought.
throwing a monkey wrench. You throwing monkey wrenches in my plan, dude. I just, it's a nice thought.
We're just trying to give you some perspective.
Yeah.
Let me dream, damn it. Let me dream. Hey.
Keep on dreaming. Okay, Martin Luther King. Keep on dreaming.
Look, y'all missed the part about me growing dread and I'm bald. Yeah, y'all ain't say nothing about that. It's just
because we believe in God's miracles.
Miss Montgomery
you can do it.
In her retirement dream.
Well, sweetie, you got to catch up because I'm retiring in 2 years. So catch up.
Woo. Woo. I should be right there with you, Reggie, in a couple years retiring. But someone's actually going to retire me, so
Yeah.
I just got a couple more
Yeah.
years.
Miss
Couple more.
Montgomery got it right. Dreadlocks, fishing, and coconuts. And you
Hey,
forgot the
I
pineapple.
live in Jamaica. I
Well,
live in Jamaica. That's
no,
where I live.
I ain't gonna do Jamaica. I'll probably do something like Antigua
Mhm.
or Turks and Caicos,
I
or
just I can't get away from Jamaica. I can't get away from it. I love it.
Is that his name, Jamaica?
get that
Is that
bell.
his name?
That is not his name. And we will say his name March 19th. So y'all better tune in because it will be live streamed.
Uh-oh.
It will be
Okay.
live streamed.
So I
Uh-oh.
have one question, Shimmy.
Mhm.
Let me see your hands again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Put it up to the camera. I need to see. The left specifically. The left one specifically.
Yeah. See, everybody missed that. Yeah. See, I saw that. See.
We March
Yep.
19th, everybody. She gonna announce his name, but we ain't gonna say nothing too much so the rest of the international people can hear that she got a ring on the ring finger. But we just gonna leave it like that, and we gonna know his name in a little bit. How about that?
Hey, baby, if you watching,
Yeah. What's
He gonna
up?
get his Destiny Child on.
say my name. Say my name.
And let me tell you, sir, be careful because after you get through saying Shimmy name, if you don't do it right, you're gonna be a bugaboo in a minute. Please understand that.
He ain't done nothing wrong.
And don't be giving her the survivor either.
Let me tell you something. Y'all know my house is crazy. It's survival most days in here. Like, you sure you staying? But okay, all right.
Jimmy say her emotions taking her over.
Okay, Destiny's Child over there. Okay, woo, I'm not doing it. It's dangerous. It's dangerously in love over here. Okay, a lot of it.
I am so happy for you, Miss Shimmy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That I am so happy for you. I really, really am because I'm gonna be honest, as much as we joking at the food, we all deserve the best and that definitely does include you. I'm so happy for you. Just don't be trying to have a lot of kids and you got about 3 years left. So go ahead and get that out the way. You know, bring up some nieces and nephews. Well, that ain't. She would look like, who the hell you talking to?
That's a bar. That is a bar right there. Okay? Do you think it's gonna be some children coming out of me? It's a bar right there.
All right, so Mo is back, everybody. So Mo was upset about this yesterday. We got about 11 minutes. Mo don't want
Really
to talk
quick,
about it.
because I do have to jump off. I have an
Go
event
ahead.
this morning. But it was so good seeing you guys. Hey, tomorrow night I will be at Snookies over off of Wheatland in 67 at 6 p.m. The show is from 6 to 10. Come out and laugh with us tomorrow. I'm not the headliner, but I'm close to it. But y'all come out and join us. Wonderful comedians tomorrow night. We got Thomas Hurst. We got Derek Cakeley. We got just a plethora of people that are going to be there tomorrow night. I love every last one of you, Mo included. Q, you halfway on the outside. All right. But I love you all. I will see you later. Make sure that y'all do tune in to my live stream. If you do not follow me on social media, I'm now on TikTok as well. But live stream on March 19th for all the special announcements and surprises. And Reggie is a guest star on the red carpet. So make sure that you guys are there live streaming with us. And I'll see y'all later. Love you.
Miss Shimmy, show Mo your ring real quick before you jump off. Look, Mo.
Thank goodness.
Bye, Shimmy. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate you. Love you much. All right. So, Mo, we got about 10 minutes. I just want to say her name. Her name is Breonna Taylor. We must keep her name in the atmosphere, in the faces of people. No one has been convicted at all in her case. And just want to say her name. Mo keeps shaking her head. we're exhausted being the fact that this is on this particular situation regarding Breonna Taylor. We any kind of police brutality is horrible. But see, this particular case, this one it's bothersome on all fronts. For me and for people who look like me, and for people who love people like me, it's bothersome. You're gonna go in a woman's house and you're gonna wreak havoc while she in there trying to rest. So that's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to her family. Her family is very upset. This is continuance for them, seeking justice for her. And let's just keep them lifted, because again, I am upset about this. And if you are black and if you have any common decency, you should be upset too as it relates to her family and the justice that she so deserves. I know Mo is looking funny. I know it took Emmett Till, for the woman to die almost before she confessed. But I just want to say, can we do better? Can we do better? All black people that's listening to me right now, take your ass over there to the life insurance place and get you about a good $200,000-$300,000 a piece. Then they'll stop killing us up. Go get some life insurance. $200,000-$300,000 a piece.
No, this is what's going to stop them from killing us.
What's going to stop them, Mo?
We got to boycott anything that's coming out of the state of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't care about black. They don't care about white. They care about green. I mean, the Kentucky whiskey, Dell Computers comes out of there. Anything that's manufactured out of the state of Kentucky, stop purchasing it. Break them down.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be good, and I know that the day is coming where the Black Wall Street will be reinstated. It will be stronger than ever. I know that day is coming. I am pushing for that day. Mo, I agree with you. This is just a sad situation all the way around. So before we jump off, let's give everybody some encouraging words real quick. Before I let them start talking to everybody on this week coming, I know that myself and Miss Arbor, not Barbara, was supposed to do After Dark. But I was at the Mavericks basketball game. I just want to shout out to the Mavericks, and I actually put it on Facebook this time, Mo. Shout out to the Mavericks and the way that they handled Golden State. I was loving it. I'm going to the Lakers game on the 29th. I can't wait to get over there to the Lakers game so we can go and beat LeBron again. I'm just excited for what the Mavericks are doing. However, the entertainment sucks, and you need better halftime shows because if that woman would have fell off them damn chairs, Mo, lighting up and stuff. Mo, let me tell you what it looked like, Mo, for real, no joke. It looked like a bad one of the reject acts from the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. That's what it looked like. She got chair and she stood on the chair, then the man gave her a chair, she stacked the chair on top of that. Then he gave her another chair, she turned it on the corner, gave her another chair, she stacked it up, and then she got up and she just kept doing the same move, same handstand. I'm like, oh, you gonna flip or you gonna slink through the holes. What you gonna do? The entertainment sucks, Mark Cuban. Sorry, but I am a Mavericks fan. And please get a new mascot costume because he looked like a bad episode of the Teletubbies. Can we please get a Maverick? A Maverick is a very statuesque horse, very beautiful outside of the stallion. So can we get some, that look like an actual Maverick and not a Teletubby? Mo, what you got? Final thoughts.
3 words. I got up. When people, when situations, just remember, I got up.
Thank you, Mallory, for that lesson. Mallory taught me something that day too, Mo. When you told me, Mallory taught me something. Get back up.
Yep.
Get back up. What you got, Reggie?
Look here. I know that in the Bible it says, we've always been taught that, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest warrior. Now, just because you're given a battle, don't mean you can't take a break.
That's right.
So it's on the same lines. Take a break. Don't quit, but get back up.
Yep. I like
get
that.
Get back up.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I appreciate that. Y'all, next week, it'll be Happy Hour with Hendrix. He's going to be on Wednesday night. And, of course, then you'll see us again on Saturday, I believe. Coming up, we got a special guest coming on. I'm not going to tell the crew who the special guest is because it's going to kind of shock them, actually. I have yet to shock my crew, y'all, but I think I'm going to do it for the first time in 5 years. I think I'm going to be able to do that. Or whatever. We appreciate you guys watching the show. Again, shout out to Miss Shimmy 2.0. Thank you for popping in real quick and all that good stuff. And y'all have a good Saturday. It's supposed to be a little bit rainy today here in Dallas, but it's going to be a warm day. So we want you guys to get out and enjoy the day. You know, get your errands taken care of. Again, say her name. Her name is Breonna Taylor. Her name is Breonna Taylor. We're going to leave out with that one. You guys have a good and a wonderful day. Be blessed. Peace.